Welcome to Benita Podcast, and today's breaking story: Nigerian celebrity Ifedayo Olarinde, also known as Daddy Freeze, has apologized to Bishop David Oyedepo of Winners Chapel. Let me explain to you what happened throughout the years. Daddy Freeze is a radio broadcaster who used to work for a radio station called Cool FM. During his days at Cool FM, he always used to come online on Sundays to preach. He was calling out pastors. This happened 2 years ago now. At times, Daddy Freeze would lose his cool and just be talking and saying all kinds of stuff. And for the past 48 hours, there's been a lot going on social media from the clergymen. So the first pastor who came for Daddy Freeze in 2020 was Pastor David Oyedepo. He's based in Port Harcourt in Nigeria, and he's the one who started cursing, calling Daddy Freeze a bastard, and then he said that Daddy Freeze is half caste and he is just a guy from Somalia, while Daddy Freeze is half Romanian and half Nigerian. So the death threats also that he received from Pastor David Oyedepo caused a stir on social media. And what happened after that is people started to feel bad for what the pastor's done, and many people started to send messages to Daddy Freeze just to encourage him and say it's okay, they're not going to kill you, you're going to be fine. And then at a big surprise, another pastor from Nigeria, his name is Pastor Paul Enenche from Dunamis International Gospel Center in Abuja, came out to call out Daddy Freeze again and said that he's a bastard and he's a mad dog. And then Daddy Freeze came out on Saturday evening to say that he's apologizing for all these years of misunderstanding with the bishop and all the insults.
And for any insult to Bishop David Oyedepo in that video.
That is being practiced in the Christian African church, especially when it comes to tithing doctrines of money, giving a tenth of it increase. Daddy Freeze disagrees with that. So let me just give you a breakdown of the event. So Daddy Freeze has been saying all kinds of things online for many years that has got on everybody's nerves. If you would have come across his videos 2 years ago, trust me, you would have been so upset. You would have reacted, and obviously the bloggers, everybody was also taking advantage of what was happening at the time to be trending. And I also noticed that Daddy Freeze became friends with Apostle Johnson Suleiman, and many people were disappointed. They say, how can Daddy Freeze, who used to attack pastors? But what I see here is a man who has questions and didn't know how to express himself. So the only way he could draw the attention of all these big shots was just to attack them. That was the only way his voice could be heard. So right now, when you type Daddy Freeze on the internet, you will see all the preachers in Nigeria featured. Back to the analysis, many people say, why is Daddy Freeze not addressing government? And I'm like, hang on a minute. Daddy Freeze is not a stranger to the church. He was pastored by Pastor Paul Adefarasi. So that's why when people say Daddy Freeze should focus on politics, who told you that he's interested in politics? Daddy Freeze is an entertainer. He's always been in the entertainment industry. He was an MC before going to the radio. I don't see anything wrong with somebody who is passionate about church issues. Everybody has got a calling in this life. The sky is too wide. Everybody's got a voice. So use your own energy, if you like, to address politics, entertainment, culture, whatever interests you. But in this case, Daddy Freeze has always been a critic of the church. If someone is insulting you, how would you respond as a Christian? Would you also insult the person? How you would just turn the other cheek, Now people are excited, they're all happy. They say, yes, it's because the pastors have warned him. That's what Daddy Freeze is coming to humble himself. But let me tell you the truth. Daddy Freeze is not humbling himself because the pastors are threatening him. Daddy Freeze is not coming to apologize because pastors are threatening him. Daddy Freeze already been on a journey, in case you've missed it. Because all you have been fed with is the narrative of your church, your fellow supporters, people who are in the same camp as you. But have you ever taken time to go through Daddy Freeze's history to understand the transition and what has happened for the past year or so? Daddy Freeze is a broadcaster, so obviously you're going to see a lot on the web. And he's been doing this for over 20 years, so there's no issue here. Daddy Freeze has apologized to Bishop Oyedepo. Can you believe that? Yes, it happened. People can change. Thanks for listening to Benita Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the bell notification so that you will be told when I am coming on next. I'm out.